Great. Okay, welcome you guys to our weekly webinar for Body Electric. We have these calls every Wednesday. I'm just going to get right down to it because I know you guys have lots of other things going on in your life. So I want to keep this short and sweet, and I want to make sure we go over everything that we need to in as much detail as we need to. So if you guys have any questions, please hold them until the end. And at the very end, we'll open it up. You can always send them through the chat, or you can unmute yourself at the very end. So tonight we're talking about the art of duplication. As much as this might sound like more of a common sense topic, I think it's definitely something that needs to be addressed. So we're going to be talking about that. I've also got a lot of kind of crazy, cool, exciting announcements to make as well. So here's the announcements that I have. Some of you guys have already heard this, so I'm going to go through nice and quickly. So the focus for the next 3 days for you, because we're rounding out the month of April, is 3 Lives Club. So whether you're at 0 points on the board or -2, it doesn't matter to me where you are. It doesn't mean anything to me. It's not an excuse to me for not making 3 Lives Club happen. I think it has to be a priority in our business if we're growing our business to constantly be reaching people and helping people on their journey, whether it's as a customer or as a coach. So for the next 3 days, our focus is on 3 Lives Club. And when I say our focus, I truly mean our focus. I hope you guys know that I'm available to you if you have ongoing conversations with people that you're trying to get to kind of, close the deal and move into a challenge group or into the coaching opportunity. I'm here to help you with those conversations. I know your upline is here to help you with those conversations. So please don't feel alone. Please don't feel like this is totally on you. But if you're not having those conversations, if you're not finding yourself in that position to need help, then you're probably just not talking to enough people. So that's probably where your priorities should lie. So your focus for the next 3 days is on 3 Lives Club. A few announcements as far as what we have coming up for May. Next week, we have an exciting week coming. We have our Beachbody On Demand group starting on Monday, May 2nd. That'll be something different for us. I don't think we've ever done anything that's like 100% virtual. Obviously, our groups are virtual, but this will be, workouts for them virtual as well. So put that on your calendar. Please be a part of the BOD group. Help us lead it. Help us create some great value. I think it'll be a good one. Transformation Tuesday live event is scheduled for Tuesday night from 8:30 to 9:30. I think it'll be definitely different, definitely unique. I have a feeling that it might just catch fire. So I want you guys to be thinking now about promoting it, right? So as this week rounds out, as we head into the weekend, don't wait until Tuesday to post about our live event. Don't just share the event link once or twice and hope that somebody hops in. You have to make an actual effort to invite people to this event. Like anybody who has expressed skepticism about our products, anybody who has piqued interest, but maybe you haven't gone there yet in your conversation. Maybe there's people who are on the fence who you've been talking to for months. I think this particular event is going to be the game changer for those people. I think this is going to draw in people who might not normally have been interested in any of our live events, but everybody's interested in seeing before and after photos. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know about you guys, but there's always like the thumb stop on the thumb scroll, right? Like you're thumb scrolling, and if there's a before and after, you're at least going to pause to see that person's results. I think that having a combination of video and those photos and all that kind of stuff happening in the Transformation Tuesday event is going to be really cool to watch. So if you haven't signed up yet, I posted today, again, the link to sign up to lead a time slot for that. I really need you guys to sign up for a time slot. If you are like, I don't want to share my story, I don't want to share a picture, then you don't have to share a picture. You can just write a post with no photo attached. But I want everybody on this team to be signing up to lead a spot, because I think this is going to be a really powerful event. So sign up to lead and invite your people now. Be thinking about how you're going to go about inviting people to that event. Our next coach internship will begin on May 9th. We are having a diamond dinner for our team. So anybody who advances to diamond before or by May 18th or I guess it's May 19th is a Thursday. May 19th will then be eligible to attend our diamond dinner. So that's going to be really fun and exciting here in Indy. And then Summit, of course, happening in Nashville the last few days of July. At this point, unless I come to your house and start knocking on your door and like getting on my hands and knees to beg you to come to Summit, I'm not sure what else I can do, because I'm telling you, it's a game changer for your business. It's like a non-negotiable. Like we should tell people, in order to be an active coach, you need 50 PV and you need to attend Summit. Like, it's literally like, those are the two requirements to be a coach, in my opinion. So you've got to be there. No excuses. You've got to make this happen. You guys hear those stories on National Wake Up Calls about people who had to put everything on a credit card to make it happen, but then it became the game changer for their business. This is sometimes where you have to make that sacrifice, right? I'm asking you to consider making that sacrifice and be at Summit. As you saw, they're making room for everybody. Like, they're literally going above and beyond to make this stuff happen for Summit. So if you're not already signed up, you got to do it now. Also, just going to kind of drop this and plug this in your ear. I'm going to have more information on it as the month of May goes on. We're doing a team-oriented training that we're calling Stronger Together. So this is something that I will be leading our team through. It's open to anybody in the downline. It doesn't matter if you are coach level or if you're a star diamond coach on our team. It doesn't matter. I want everybody participating in this. We will have a separate group out of our team page to keep things organized for this. It's going to start on May 31st. I'm just going to tell you now that it's going to be, it's not necessarily going to be intensive, but there's going to be learning involved, right? We're really going to be talking about how to expand your reach. The number one question I get from coaches is, what do I do when I run out of people to talk to? Or what do I do when I run out of contacts? Or how do I keep meeting new people who are the right people? How do I brand myself, right? Like, how do I go about creating that brand attraction that I want? All of that is going to be addressed in this Stronger Together training. I'm going to be taking everything that I'm learning from Marketing Impact Academy and some other training that I'm doing, and I'm going to be serving it up to you guys as best I can. So this should be really great value for you. So let's hop straight into the art of duplication. I told you I want to get right to it. This is a very common sense topic, but I think it's really important, and it might just be what you need to hear. So whether you're listening to this live or recorded. So my main takeaways for you tonight are, number one, I want you to know that this is not a business of reinventing the wheel. At no point do you have to feel like you have to be a creative entrepreneur, that you have to have creative ideas, that you have to do something outside the box. This is a business of duplication. So if you take nothing else away from this tonight, I hope that you know that at the end of the day, when you are feeling like you just don't know what to do in your business, you can just look at your upline or look to a coach who you respect in the business and just duplicate what they did. Duplicate exactly what they did for the day. So we'll get more into that here in a second. The second thing is, obviously, we're stronger together. This team is different. As I mentioned to you guys in the live stream on Monday, we are different because we do so much together. Our team culture is what sets us apart. I was having a conversation with another, I'm talking big deal coach today, big deal superstar coach today. And she wants me to speak on her team call about team culture. We're that big of a deal when it comes to team culture. So I just want you to know that. So if you feel like you're doing your own thing, you're running your own jam, that's cool. And you can definitely go there. But I also want you to know that it's so important that you kind of stay tied to the mothership, because we're stronger together. We can really learn from each other. Last but not least, plug in and we go further faster. Same thing as stronger together, right? All you have to do to make this business successful for you is plug in. If you're feeling lost and you're feeling like you don't know where to go next, or it's not working for you, it's probably because you're not plugging in. You're not coming on the team calls, or you're not making it a regular thing to be consistent in your efforts. By being consistent and not reinventing the wheel and just duplicating your upline, you're going to succeed. So that's sort of the overall gist of what we're talking about. So I mentioned to you guys in my exciting news live stream that we are officially one of the fastest growing and fastest leadership cultivating teams in the network. That's a true statement. I've now heard that from both Arno and Joe, my corporate reps. And it's really cool to hear, because we are a team of, we're still under 500, I think 482 coaches on our team. We have the potential to advance over 20 diamond coaches this year, which will be triple what we advanced last year. So that's what I mean when I say not only are we the fastest growing percentage-wise, we're also the fastest leadership cultivating. So we're strong in our numbers. So even though we are a smaller team, when you look at people like Janelle Summers or Melanie Mitro, we still have exceptional leadership growing on our team, right? We have really great odds for success. So that means that trying to do this thing on your own, trying to figure it out on your own and not being consistent with plugging in, I'm telling you right now, it's just going to be a good luck situation. Like, you're literally going to have to find your own way. And I say that from experience. I don't talk a lot with you guys about my upline experience. I don't have a bad relationship with my upline, but I certainly didn't feel guided in my process as a coach. And so it took me probably triple the amount of time to get where I am today, because I had to figure out my own way. I had to create my own systems for our team. I had to learn as I went. You guys don't have to do that. You just have to say, hey, Jenny, can I ride the coattails of this awesome team and just duplicate what everybody's doing? And can I still be successful? And I would tell you, yes. Luck is on your side if you're willing to just duplicate. So let's dive in. Everything that you do and learn in this business should be duplicated to your coaches. So this is my main theme for tonight. This is my main point, because I've been seeing a lot in the team page. Literally last week we had 30 new coaches join our team. So I know you guys are feeling that. You're feeling the momentum. I know you're seeing a lot of people being welcomed to the team. You guys are on freaking fire, which is awesome. But I want to make sure that we do not just become a team large in numbers, that we also maintain our strength and leadership. Okay, it's really important to me personally, because I've been on the other end of the stick where I've just been a number. Okay, so everything that you do and learn in this business should be duplicated to your coaches. That is so key. There should never be a coach in the team page who asks the question, what is my website? Because hopefully when you became a coach, your coach told you what your website is, and so it's up to you to then duplicate that to your coaches. Okay, so you received a welcome email. Your new coaches should receive a welcome email. You probably had a call or an appointment with your upline coach when you got started. You should also have those calls with your coaches as they get started. Just same thing as this call. You knew about this call tonight because I told you about it, because I posted it in the team page. I might have invited you personally, et cetera, et cetera. You also have to duplicate that and invite your coaches to attend. And I know there's a lot of you guys who are struggling with, you have some sort of what I would call borderline coaches, like they're thinking about working the business, or they're kind of like hemming and hawing over it. It's up to you to invite them. And I don't just mean tagging them in my post about joining the team call. I mean going above and beyond as a leader and inviting your coaches to tune into the call, right? Be their leader. Don't just rely on me all the time. Okay. This is, I think, a relief. I think what I'm about to tell you is an absolute relief. In this business, it is not your aptitude that matters. It's not your ability that determines whether or not, I hit a button, that determines whether or not you'll be successful. It's actually just your duplicatability. So in other words, the smartest person in the world is not necessarily the top coach in the business. It's the top coach in the business is the person who is most willing to duplicate what others have done, right? To do it their own way, but to duplicate it. So I hope for you, I know for me, that's a relief, that you don't have to learn a certain skill set or have some sort of crazy ability or smarts to make this work. You just have to repeat what the person before you has done. So just as sort of a recap to make sure you guys know this, when you have a new coach that joins the team, they should be receiving that welcome email with the About Me form and all those associated documents. You can find that on our website. So there's the welcome email. It has the social media quick tips, all that kind of stuff. You're sending that to all of your new coaches. If I were you, I would send that to every new coach that joins your team. Your 97-year-old grandpa joins the team to help you out, he still gets an email. I mean, I'm serious. You never know when grandpa might want to pay it forward. But I learned this the hard way, because I used to think, or I would pre-assume that this person doesn't want to work the business, or they've told me they don't want to work the business, and I wouldn't send the email. And I feel now, looking back, like I screwed them out of an opportunity that I easily could have just included them on. So even people who've expressed to me that they only want a discount, they don't want to work the business, they still get the email from me. I just add a sentence in there that says, hey, I know you told me you don't want to work this business, but I feel that I at least need to get you this email in case you ever decide to do so. Okay, so it's still up to you to get them that information. And then, of course, plug them into Coach Basics, whether it's the group that we have every month for Coach Basics, or if it's the self-paced Coach Basics training on our website. Okay, so getting them at least started correctly means that they're at least getting the information that they need to be able to duplicate success. Same thing goes for challengers. Anytime somebody purchases a challenge pack, it should be an automatic add into a challenge group, whether they're a coach or a customer. Okay, so if your coach or customer has purchased a challenge pack, they immediately get welcomed into a challenge group. This has been happening more often than you guys know. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are adding your people, but there are some coaches on our team who it slips their mind, right? Like their eyes are on 3 Lives Club. They want to help. They want to achieve 3 Lives Club. They want to help people and they believe in the programs, but then they either forget or they don't think the person would be interested. So they just don't do it and they don't add them to the challenge group. I've said this before. I'll say it again. The value that we bring is not only in our products. It is mostly in us. It is in us as the coaches and as the team that leads people through success. So all new coaches or challengers who purchase a challenge pack should be added to a group. So newsflash to you, we help people get results, right? We've been talking about this sort of theme of getting stronger together as a team. Same thing goes in this regard. We're really going to start upping our game when it comes to challenge groups. We're really going to start upping our game as far as the value that we bring and how we help people get best results. The same thing goes for this business. We've said before that starting someone with a challenge pack, that's where the relationship truly begins. When someone decides to become a coach, it's not just 2 more points for you. It's actually somebody that you now have to mentor in this business. It's somebody that you need to at least give the right tools to help them succeed if they choose. So the newsflash here is that this business is not about you. It's not about you at all. If you want to succeed, it's about the people that you're bringing in. It's helping your challengers get results and then helping your coaches get results in their business. That's what's going to make things successful for you. So here's the Jim Rohn quote that you guys have heard a million times, which is, in order to get what you want, you're going to have to help enough other people get what they want. That is so freaking true. That is so freaking true. Okay, so shift your mindset from points and lives on the board and income and leaving your full-time job. Take the eyes off of you for a moment and take a look at the people that you're truly trying to help. If you can put your eyes on them, you will succeed. So in this business, that means that you're going to have to teach the people who come to follow you what you have done to succeed. They're following you for a reason. They resonate with you for a reason. So my personally sponsored coaches, I try really hard to take them under my wing and show them how I was able to do what I've been able to do. I teach them how I handle conversations. I ask them to send me screenshots of the conversations they're having so that I can help them have better ones. I do that intentionally because I'm trying to duplicate myself in them, right? You guys need to be doing that too. I can help your people, right? Like the upline can always help, but these people join this business because of you. They want you to be their leader. So it's important that you also duplicate the same types of things. So if you're achieving 3 Lives Club every month and you feel like you've got that in the bag, like it's becoming pretty regular for you, you've got to start now focusing on teaching your team to do the same thing. Because if you're able to make it happen every single month, you obviously have your game together. So you need to start teaching that to other people. And to be honest with you, I'm not just trying to preach this to you. I remember my upline telling me the same thing. I remember her telling me, stop bragging or stop talking about your 3 Lives Club. Like nobody cares. How many of your coaches are hitting it? And I had to report to her over and over and over again, 0. None of my coaches, none of them, 0. I kept having to tell her every single month. And finally I was like, gosh, what do I have to do this? And I literally asked her, I was like, I don't know what to do. I guess I just don't have motivated people. And her response to me was, it's not the people, it's you. You're not duplicating. You're not teaching them what you do. You're not teaching them how you're having conversations. You're not teaching them how you're overcoming objections. You're not teaching them how to duplicate, right? It was a mindset shift for me. So I hope this is speaking to some of you who want to kind of reach the next level of leadership. I hope it's speaking to you because you're probably too focused on you. You're probably too focused on you. So if you're hitting 3 Lives Club, great. Now it's just time to teach your team how to do the same thing. So again, we're stronger together. We've got to make it a focus to offer exceptional value in our challenge groups. Like I said before, we're going to start having leader signups happen again, where you guys can sign up to actually lead a certain day of a challenge group. In my opinion, that is a really fabulous way of leading people to success versus feeling like you have to fill your own challenge group and then be the leader for that challenge group every single day. I think that the concept of the team-led challenge group is brilliant, and I'm sure someday Beachbody Corporate will realize that, and they will have somebody speak to the power of that. I can't believe we don't hear more about it, but team-led challenge groups are where it's at. I think we need to really focus on bringing more value because we can. We know we can. We also must follow a process of onboarding our coaches. Don't leave it up to me or your upline to take this over for you. Don't just assume that they're going to make sure that that person is in the right position in the downline. Don't assume that they're going to be making sure that that person got the right information about their website or the welcome email. It is your responsibility. If you sign a coach into the business, it's your responsibility to then onboard them correctly. And then last but not least, thank you to Shauna for pointing this out to me when I asked her for her feedback earlier. She's like, I just think that the most important thing to tell people about duplication for our team is how powerful of a tool our website is. Chris and I had that website put together a couple of years ago, and I'm so glad that we did, because you guys, most of the time, if you have a question, the answer is going to be there. If you're struggling, even if we're just talking about the front-facing customer side of the website, the blog, right? The blog is there. Those blog posts are written so that you have tools to either learn from yourself or share with others who are objecting you, right? Like that's the whole idea behind the blog. So that's there for you. Of course, all of our training is there, documentation, calls, all that kind of stuff is there. So anytime you have a question about how to handle something or what to do or how to train a coach, most likely it can be answered by taking a look at the website. So why does all of this matter? Like, why does everything that I just said matter? Why did I just repeat myself 400 times in 50 different ways? It's because we're going to the top, you guys. Like, this picture is legit. I never really give myself extremely high goals. I always set goals for myself that are like just barely out of reach, right? Like still comfortably, I could make that happen. Like that's kind of where my entire life has been. And to have somebody from corporate really push me to have a goal for next year, when we've really just started this year, I feel like, to really push me to say, you guys, your team could be one of the best teams in the network. Like, I already think we are, right? No matter what happens, I already think we are. I already love this team. But for somebody to say that to me, to say like, you guys are doing all of the right things, you're doing it in your own unique way, you're using your team culture to build something awesome. To me, that means we need to up our game on all levels. Like we really need to start aiming higher. And in order to aim higher, we have to focus even more on getting people results, getting our challengers exceptional results, and getting our coaches exceptional results. And that only happens if we duplicate. You guys are able to help your challengers. Why? Because you've done it. Because you wake up every day and you have a shake, right? And then you press play on your workout. So now they're looking to you for guidance. These people don't have that routine in their life. So now you've become a mentor for them. The same thing goes with this business. This business is not about just recruiting a number of coaches. Like, yay, you have 12 coaches, or you have 15, or you have 30, or 400. It's not about the number. It's about the quality of your duplication. Like, how are you talking to them and mentoring them through this process so that you're at least giving them the tools they need to succeed? Because if you're not, then we're not going to the top together. We're all going to be just trying to figure our own way up. So I thought this image was powerful. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Everest, but I don't know if it was one of my favorite movies, but my husband's a science teacher, so we had to watch it. So we watched it, and I don't know about you, but it made me think about how, when you look, if you have seen that movie, this will make sense. If not, maybe you should see the movie. But that is an effort, I think, where you really get to see how things can fall apart if people decide to pursue their own mission to the top on their own, right? Like they all start out as a group. They all start climbing this mountain as a group in the movie. And by the end of the movie, they're all kind of on their own journey, and hardly any of them succeed. So I think it's an interesting analogy, and it's something that I've been thinking a lot about, and I just wanted to share that with you, that I think that we have exceptional talent on this team, exceptional smarts, exceptional creativity, and the best part is that we all like each other. I mean, I hate to say it, but there aren't very many teams out there that love each other like we do. So I think we need to use that to our advantage to work our way to the top. So if you guys have any questions about anything I said, I'm happy to answer, but hopefully you at least get the gist of duplication, right? Like really focusing on, this is what I did today, and this is what I now need to tell my coaches that I did today. Like literally take it day by day. What's something that I did today that I can then share back with my coaches so that they can learn from it? So with that, do you guys have any questions? I think there's a chat happening, but hang on, let me stop sharing. Okay, so for the Transformation Tuesday, oh, yeah, absolutely. That's really cool, Erin. So she says, can we include our transformation due to personal development in our Transformation Tuesday? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. You guys have any questions at all? Hopefully this was, I kind of feel preachy, and I didn't mean to be preachy. I just am really passionate about making sure we're helping people the right way. Cool. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, thank you guys for tuning in. This is recorded, so as soon as I have this uploaded to YouTube, I will share it in the team page. And if you guys have any questions aside from that, you know where to find me. Have a good night.